and I haven't managed to get a video out this season. We missed all the tulips and daffodils, but I do have a few things blooming now. This is my red and yellow garden. As you can see, we don't have much red or much yellow going on right now. We need to add a few things, and that is on the list to do. Our forsythia bloomed beautifully in the spring. Now it's going madly out of control. These are the arbors that I built years ago. My husband went on a hunting trip and I took over his wood shop. My rose is coming along nicely. I just planted morning glories on the back trellis, the round one back there. Did that yesterday. And finally, my clematis are blooming. I mean, it has taken me forever to get those things to do anything. I'm quite proud of them now. Except for the one there, decided to bloom all at the top. But we'll work on that. I need to untangle it. There are many things on the to-do list, and I'll finish one list and start another. I did plant a piece of my big hosta back there behind the bench. It's coming along, and I have another one peeking out behind the rock. I would like to eventually replace lilies, the day lilies. I'd like to eventually replace those with hosta, as I can split and divide. So I have a bunch of ditch lilies back there, and despite the fact they're doing beautifully, I would like to replace those with hosta. We have no shortage of the red and green hosta, like around the crabapple tree here. But I think I have enough of that. I'd like to add in different colors of hosta. My wild geranium is doing beautiful. I need to split that as well. And I'll add some of that back. I call it the back 40, back there where all the daylilies are. I'll add some other things back in there. My Wygea, I planted that last year. It's doing great. Pan around the back. I call this area the bistro garden because of the bistro set. And this is the back side of the house that nobody sees. It used to be a wild mess of sumac and old bricks and whatnot, and I took this area over because my husband really doesn't like plants in the yard. I've softened him a little, but he likes to mow a straight shot without any interruptions. So this is my area, and I called it the secret garden for a long time. Of course, we have the ugly gas tank back here, but we have to work with it. So I tried to plant a bunch of beauty around it. And I planted more morning glories to grow up this trellis to hide that ugly tank. They haven't come out and painted it in years, so I did a few years ago. Took it upon myself to paint it the wrong color. It's supposed to be blue and white, but I wanted it to match the garden. So I painted it myself. These hosta I am very proud of. And of course, I can never remember the name. I know that's something in substance. I can't remember the name of that one. I think it's Elegance. Yes. As is that one back there. I just love this area. And it does get quite a bit of sun, but the hosta are doing fine. Hosta and hydrangea seems to be my favorite. Oh, and of course we can't forget the peonies. Love those too. And of course we have our little frog and turtle friends. Japanese maple that I got last year or the year before on clearance for like $7. I like to buy clearance plants when I can. And I have my cherry tree here, and this is a nectarine. I planted the coleus from seed, started them in my baby greenhouse over the winter. They're doing well. This clematis is doing great. It's just blooming its little head off. And my apple tree, that was once upon a time just a stick. The deer got to it and ate it down to where the first branch is, and I babied it along. It does need to be trimmed, but I'm just letting it do its thing for now. I don't believe it has any apples on it. And then I have a second bonus apple tree right next to it. I'll trim those up a bit, they'll be fine. And this is another arbor that I made, and it's full of the most beautiful smelling wisteria. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It's wonderful. Back out again. And this is yet another. They say do things in threes, so I did. Now we're in the what I call the back 40. This area was just full of lilac bushes because I have a bunch back there. So I pulled all those out this spring, and that really made the flowers take off. I do have some deadheading to do. Like I said, there's always jobs. Here's another one of my apple trees, and it does have baby apples on it. I don't know if they'll ever make it to full size. Focus there, tree. There you go. This side is my holding garden, and I'm gonna plant some corn in here this year, up in the first part area here. And I do leave the wild milkweed for the butterflies. It's my asparagus area. And the rest is just holding plants until I need it. Now this is what I call the back 40, and I keep this mode for snakes and ticks and whatnot. You always want to keep this mode. And then of course over on this side we have a 70-acre, 68-acre. It's just a swampy area for all the wildlife. Nobody will ever be able to build on it because there's pockets of water out there. It wouldn't be safe to build. And I love that. No neighbors on this side. Haha. Now down here, I put together an arbor, and I have roses growing up on either side. And then this year I did flags. So I put up some string, which looks kind of tacky, but it will hold my flags or my gladiolas up. Correction, not flags, gladiolas. I just watered these, so my tomato plants are a little bit droopy. But this is my vegetable garden. As you can see, I'm not as good at growing vegetables as I am flowers. This is my zinnia garden. My tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers are in this area. My compost bin and all my empty containers that I have to clean up. That's also on the list. My strawberry bed, and I haven't had one strawberry off of the strawberry plants because somebody is helping me eat them, and I'm not really sure who that somebody is. And more lilies. Okay. This is a rock garden that I made years and years ago just to hold up the bank. And we're out the gate. Oh, I wish I could slow that down a little bit. Sorry, guys. There's my baby greenhouse in this area. I had all cleaned up last year, so I have to do that again. House plants, holding cell for the geraniums that I wintered over. I'm trying to figure out what color they are. My hosta bed. And this is my lavender and hydrangea bed. We put that in 2 years ago. Pulled out all the bushes, and that's when we got Lyme disease. We had ewes in there, and we pulled it out. That is my rose bed. I'll take you up there in a minute. In our barn, of course, our little shed. And down there is my moon garden, which is not doing that great. I need to add some things. And my tree ring around our huge cottonwood tree. And they are just letting out their cotton. We have cotton everywhere. This little area is my morning glory trellis garden. And our little maple trees, we put rings around, and I planted hot pink petunias. Crane Island, oh, it was so beautiful in the spring. We had tulips and hyacinths galore, and I'm just waiting. I cut most of them back, but I'm waiting for the rest to turn brown. And then I have planted wave petunias in there. We have more petunias over here in this little maple garden. And I don't know if the sun's going to do us any favors with the gazebo or not. A pillow cushion that fell down. I decided to do ferns in my big pots this year. I usually do a mixture of flowers, but I thought ferns would be something different. Of course, we have our fire pit, and the unsightly fence is to keep the geese out of our yard. They make a mess. They all have babies now that are juveniles, and we can't deal with that mess. So we put up a temporary fence until they fly away for the season. This is my what I call the fence garden. We had large Alberta spruce in here, and we took them all out, and I've replaced them with hydrangeas and rhododendrons. So they will grow up and fill in the empty spots. I put all my work into the upper garden, and I thought it's time that I put some work into this. It's on the lakeside, and I wanted it to look nice. That's the entire front yard. Now we will go up and check out the rose garden. This is a gazebo from the back end. Oh, and a new addition to the family, we got a new speedboat. That should be fun, pulling the kids around. The old pontoon wouldn't go quite fast enough. The girls would yell, "Faster, Grandpa, faster!" And Grandpa's saying, "I'm going as fast as I can, girls." Oh, it was fun when they were little, but now that they're bigger, they want to go fast. Of course, we have to have the unsightly boat trailer over there because we're out of room in our pole barn. This is my hosta garden here. And I put this in a couple years ago. On this side, it was just wasted space, so hubby agreed to a little garden beside his shop. And then from this view, we have roses on this wall. Up and over the gate. And we have roses on this side. And then 2 years ago, we put in this rose garden. And I lost a couple during the winter. It was a hard winter here in Michigan. So I have to replace those. But my roses are starting to rose. They look really nice. This one in particular. I watered this morning. It is June, roses. It's time to start blooming your heads off, right? And we have a little climbing rose down here. This was my most expensive rose, so I'm hoping it sticks with me. There you go. That's a tour for June. I hope you come back and see me again. I'll try to make videos more frequently, but I've been busy tending to garden things. Hope you have a great day. See ya.